sweet potato growing. There we have a nice flower. Right behind me here we have a beautiful green field. Dream come true, guys. Dream come true. Anyway, guys, it's quite cold. Very cold. I'm literally wearing like 5 clothes. No joke. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is how cold it is getting here. Oh, Nyale. Hello. How are you, Nyale? Janet Harris. Hello, hello, hello. It's very cold here. I feel like I'm in London. Oh my God. It is 3 cold. Greetings, Denise. How are you? Greetings, Mara and Rocio, watching from St. Vincent in the Caribbean. We invite people like you to visit Africa, and we will welcome you. Even in my own home, I will welcome you to just enjoy, you know. I like also African diaspora. Thank you so much. Greetings. And also me, I will visit your country one of these fine days once my family is a little settled. Anyway, guys, welcome to today's live stream. It's a beautiful day. We can also do a Q&A. If you have some questions, you can drop them in the comment section below, or at least maybe you can even ask them here. I would be more than willing to answer genuine, honest questions, guys. Not tricky, antagonizing questions, no. I don't know why it's disconnecting. Probably it's because also Rocio is doing this. So anyway, guys, welcome to today's live stream. Please let us know where you're watching us from. Beautiful day. Actually, I see Maureen says, okay, hello. Mike Kizito. Hey, Mike, I've been seeing you around. Mike, thank you so much. Mr. Harry says, hello from Jersey. That is New Jersey. New Jersey, if I'm not wrong, United States. We also have Scarlija watching from Blessed Up Farm from Sage, Riverside, California. Or is it Sage? I'm not sure, honestly, but at least Riverside, California. And I've mentioned before, I've been in Riverside. I went to downtown Riverside, California, where I went to a casino. I tried to gamble there, but I lost. Video on this YouTube channel. If you search Marwa, I am Marwa, Riverside, California, you may see me. Anyway, guys, welcome to today's live stream. It's a gloomy, rainy, not good day, you know. The sun is kind of disappearing. Maybe I turn the camera for you guys to see what I'm talking about. Let me turn this camera for you, okay? See, it's very gloomy. Actually, it's been raining. If you see down there, it's been raining that water. Actually, even it's still dropping. And I'm outside because my wife, Rocio, she's... Hey, look at this space. It's green, nice. Imagine if you have some music over there and you're chilling and you have some, you know, fireplace over there, and it's very, very nice. You know, that's why sometimes I'm very proud of myself, because I call myself as bulldozer. You know, bulldozer? Actually, the former Tanzanian president was also known by that word. You finished? Mm-hmm. Yeah, my internet was already cornering, probably because you are on and me.
For 1 second.
Sorry?
For 1 second. Can I pass? No?
Yeah, you can say hello. She's eating something.
Hello, guys. Yeah.
You're eating factura. Timmy already is looking at your hands, looking for factura. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Rocio, what happened to your book, Rocio? Tell people here. Tell people what happened. A big mistake. Big or small mistake?
Yeah.
You can sit here. You can sit here.
Okay. So the page wasn't working properly.
Yes.
So all the transactions couldn't go through. So a lot of people couldn't purchase it. But now it's fixed.
Okay.
So if you want the ebook, you can go try now. You will be able. Now it's connected via PayPal. So if you have PayPal, you can pay through PayPal, or it also has the option to pay with a card. So
Card.
yes, yes.
So what was the problem initially? You can sit on me so you feel more
It's
comfortable.
important.
But I know it's just 1 minute. Uh-huh.
The problem was like the mediator, I would say,
Intermediary.
the intermediary that I
Yeah.
was using
Yes.
for the payments options, for the
Yeah.
payment settings.
Yes.
Yeah.
They wanted
Which is called Stripe.
Stripe, yeah.
Yeah. I use like I don't use a Stripe account for another platform, but it's something that is connected to Stripe.
Okay.
But I couldn't do a Stripe account to receive these payments because Argentina is not on the countries that includes this
Stripe.
Stripe. So I went on the PayPal via. So, but now everything's okay. People are purchasing already, so I appreciate those ones who got the ebook. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it really.
Maybe you talk
Bring
about it a little
something.
bit, maybe 1 minute or two, because maybe there's a new subscriber who does not understand
Yes,
what you're
yes,
talking about.
yes, for sure. So
Okay.
I'm talking about my ebook, a new electronic book that I just launched, which is dedicated for moms, especially for moms. I thought about postpartum moms because it was something that for me was very important when I was going through how many ups and downs we can have when it comes to emotions. So it's basically a book of exercises, daily exercises for 90 days to work in ourselves with journaling, meditations, and affirmations daily. And I go deep in many areas of our lives when that has an impact in our motherhood. So it's for 90 days to work in ourselves and go deep within with everything that we are feeling, and also to help us regulate our emotions.
Can a man buy that book? Like me, for example, I'm a man. Can a man buy that book?
Yeah, if you want to give it to someone, or if
Okay.
you want to understand, look, my I don't know, my wife goes through this and this and this. Oh, I didn't know she could be thinking about something. Didn't know she could be feeling this way.
All right, guys, I'll
So,
put
yeah.
the link in the description below. Doing this does not mean I don't like. Simply means I'll put below,
Below.
because I don't know if I should point with this.
It's okay.
I'll put the link in the description below.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you so much, guys, for supporting Rocio in advance. And
Yes.
for those who have not gotten the book, please jump there. We saw over 200 of you had already tried to purchase it, and then it didn't go through. So you can go back and purchase.
Yes.
I
for
wish
sure.
people happy.
Happy Easter, everybody. Enjoy.
Yes, for the
If
Christian
it's,
brothers.
Yeah, if it's a family moments for you, the way it is for us,
Yes.
I hope you enjoy with your family. You eat good food.
And also remember the people around you. Remember those who don't have. Sometimes you eat too much and you forget even your neighbor, maybe he doesn't have, or that homeless guy in the street.
Sure.
Yeah, remember, just pass by a friend and say, hey, here is one McDonald's box for you, my friend. I see you here every day.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Lucia.
All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.
All right, guys, back again. Something funny, the sun has showed up. This is Argentina, but also this tells you that anytime soon, this weather will look very different. I like my blue jacket. This is all I got. My blue jacket. I have this jacket also, and I think it's one of you who, all these jackets somebody gifted me. And welcome, guys. It's Saturday here. As a beautiful day. It's actually midday here. Local time should be around 12 something. I'm using my phone, so it's very hard to tell. But again, I'm welcoming you here. If you have some questions, I would love to answer them. And you know, it's a long holiday, so because it's a long holiday, I decided we can actually even be talking here one-on-one. Let me keep reading your comments. I don't know what happened. Comments are stuck. Oh my god, guys! It seems I'll have to go to settings then back so that I can see your comments, because it has disappeared. Let me see if I'll top chat. Oh, now they are back. Yeah, I've fixed it quick. Happy Easter, everyone. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Thank you. Sharon Johnson, thank you so much. Bevlin, thank you so much. King Nero, thank you so much. Shanice, thank you so much. Mountain Girl, thank you so much. I see you. Ali, hey, I see you. Salam alaikum. Please, Maro, when are you come? Somebody says, Maro, please, when I come to see you, please don't chase me. Rose Miller, Sly, it has to be professional, please, please. If you come to visit me in the village and you don't like follow the simple steps, I swear, guys, we will not open for you, because now I have more enemies than friends, even within my own village. So I don't know even who is who. So, you know, I know you really you have good intentions, pure, but please follow the procedure. Just follow the procedure. We will see what we will do, okay? If you don't follow the procedure, if you come and hang outside the gate, sorry, I will not open the gate. I'm sorry. Even if I pass you there, maybe I'm going to the market, don't feel bad, because I already told you the best way is write an email, book your appointment, you know, writing an email. Yes, and we will try to see how we can help each other, because in this world we help each other. Marwa, do you think Africa is the future of the coming generation? In the near future, Western passports won't be a privilege. Let me close this, because I'm closing the door, because it's cold outside, so sometimes that cold air goes in. So let me answer this question. Marwa, do you think Africa is the future of the coming generation? In the near future, Western passports won't be a privilege. It may take like 50 years from now to reach where you're saying. 50 years, I'm telling you. Because sometimes you have to understand, systems are created for decades, and also sometimes people grow in those systems. Even when they are bad systems, they can't even recognize them. They see them as normal things. For example, you know that if you are born in Africa, to go to Europe, you need a visa. So there is no day, even if you are president, you'll start questioning that, because for you, you've been programmed from day one that you need a visa, you need a visa, you need a visa, you need a visa, until when you are an old man, you're always knowing, oh, I want to go to Europe, I want to go to United States, I need a visa to go there, you know? But somebody born in Europe already knows, if I want to go to America, I get just an este, I fill my name and say I'm going this day, that is it. So, but, now this is the but if we get leaders like the Burkina Faso leader, okay, Ibrahim Traoré, if we get more leaders like him, or the former president of Tanzania, who actually, in my own opinion, I think that him, own opinion, even you have your own opinion, maybe you think it was sickness, another person thinks this. If we get a leader like the former, the former president of Tanzania, or the current president of Burkina Faso, I think we can achieve that. And also, this is very controversial, I know. Also, I know you people will kill me for saying this, but I want you to understand me, okay? And if you're my subscriber, please don't get emotional when I say this. Please, please don't get emotional. It's a political thing. Personally, I love the US president, the current US president, personally. Okay, let me explain myself. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I know you'll kill me for just saying, you'll be like, Marwa, I've been your big follower, now I'm unfollowing you for just saying that. No. Let me explain. As an African from Africa, I actually love the current president of America. Why? Somebody may ask. This is very controversial, but if you listen to me carefully, you'll see my point. No emotions, just listen. You see, the current president of the US, for example, puts, in quote, puts his country first. This is arguably, let me use the word arguably. What does that actually tell you? if you're from Africa. Our leaders should put our countries first. They should always ask, does this benefit Africa? If the answer is no, okay, then we shouldn't do that deal. But you see, in Africa, our leaders, most of the time, they are even imposed by external forces. You guys, you know. Those who know, they know. Yeah, people vote. Some countries, you know, but some countries, they put who they want. Now, why do I love the US president? I don't love him in a way of support of what he does, but I love him because he's a reminder to Africa that if you can't do something for yourself, to build yourself, okay, to create value for your own people, for your own continent, nobody will respect you anywhere in the world, and people will be throwing you left, right, center. Like the other day, this is very tricky. The US canceled the entire South Sudanese visas. Once, like chua, if you are a diplomat, if you are a student in America, everything, they canceled the entire country. Imagine one country wakes up and says, oh, if you have a visa that is ours from now, you know what does that tell you? It tells you that you have no power. You are always in the mercy of this country. Any day they want to chuguru, they can chuguru. Now chuguru, you'll add what I mean by that, because I don't want to say things that maybe some people will find. The reason not that I support, but I love the current US president is for a good leader in Africa, for a good president who actually loves his job, loves his people, and loves Africa, actually, for the spirit of Pan-Africanism, that Africa be together. They should be saying, you know, Trump is pushing us away, but actually what he's doing, he's telling us, build your own country, make it a better place that your kids will enjoy living. Because also these other countries that we run to, especially people from Africa, we run to Europe, we run to America. No, the men there, the men in America, or the men and women in America, but I will use the word men because sometimes I always see, for example, racism and I always see things like racism as a man thing, not really female thing. I always see, this is my own perspective, I always see like two dominant lions. You know, maybe there's a black lion, there is a white lion, there is, I don't know, Asian lion, I don't know how to describe this. But I want you to understand, it's always, because when I have my kids, I want my kids to get the best of this world, okay? I want my kids to enjoy the best that this world can offer. But look at this. If you are a lion today, imagine you are a lion, okay? And you know that if I give birth to my kids, another lion would come and choke them, okay? Destroy their future. So what do? You guard your area. And for me, that's what I always see with this already like modernized countries. All they are doing is guarding theirs. They guard, either if they stole, they created, it doesn't matter. But all they are doing right now is they are guarding their territory. They are like, we don't want you here. Go back to your home country. So what can that actually be if you look at it in a wider picture? In a wider picture is, if you've not created your own territory, it's time to go back home and build your own territory. And I keep saying here, I don't know when I said this exactly, but even if you are, let's say, African American, or if even you are, let's say, Black British, I don't even know how to describe you, African UK, I don't know. Now it's very confusing. Even me here, like, I don't know who and who, maybe my son, African Argentinian. You can never be respected in this world, and respect will never come to us until Africa itself is in a position where it's respected as a continent. Because once Africa is respected, people will start respecting you, because they know you have a beautiful home that you've built, and you are in no man's mercy. Why I love Donald Trump in this case, not I support, I want to make my clear, because me, I like him for only one thing, that he really pushes and makes Africa look like, you know, like you don't matter. We can actually do without you, with you, without you. We can do it. For me, as an African, what that actually makes me, it makes me say, bro, you know, we need to build our home, build good roads, build good hospitals, that we don't have to care what is going on the other side. Let me read your comments. Maybe already some of you already are already saying, Marwa, I am unsubscribing because you said you love Donald Trump. No, I like that sometimes he really pushes us, okay? He really pushes us, people from Africa, to even think that, hey bro, build your home. There is no man who will come and build for you. No, somebody says he's not doing anything for America. No, that I'm not in that already. No. Me, I'm just from the position that Africa, the way it sees, no, like me being an African, the way I see Donald Trump, what good can come out of him being there? One thing that can come good about him being in the position he is actually us trying to build ourselves, because for them, they are building themselves, and they don't care if you're doing good or not. They can decide today to cancel your visa. They can decide today to do whatever they want. But you see, if you are a strong country, say China, they can't bully you like puguru around. No, they cannot. And another thing is, Africa is like the mother of industries, you know. Africa is the mother. Actually, somebody says here, sorry, your name is very small, but I can't read it, but something media says, Marwa, I agree with you about Donald Trump. He's always reminding us as African, we have to build our own country, which is true or truly, something like that. It is true, Maro, African countries should rebuild themselves. I'm so happy Trump stopped financial aid to Africa. You know, those things are very good. They are very, very good. But somebody who always wants handout, those things actually is us breaking through. Those things is us actually seeing what do we have that can support ourselves, you know? That is actually a very good thing when they stop this funding, because sometimes also when people are giving you things, every day people are giving you things for free. Sometimes even you get entitled. The day you don't receive them, you start questioning, oh, has he changed? Has she changed? Because maybe every day you used to call, hey, Maro, send me $20. Maro, churu. The day Maro says no, you start saying, oh, Maro has changed. He used to be a good guy. No. Imagine if you had your own 20 bob, that nobody, you don't depend on anybody. Any day you want, you can have it. That is how I view what is going on right now in the world, you know, with trade wars. I love that, because I'm like, bro, a good president will say, hey, let me build my home, because the way things are going, we cannot depend on these people. And even you today, would you want to have your own legs, or don't have legs and you are asking somebody else to help you, to lend you a leg? No. You know, if you think your village is developing because of funding, I don't believe that. Yes, keep like that. I don't believe because of funding. Like me, for example, I built a house. Yes, You know, there is good neighbors. I don't see it as 100% funding because we do something. If we do not entertain, nobody will know us. If we do not put ourselves, where Timmy wants to catch a cat. Yes, 100% people are supportive, okay? People are supportive, but without us putting ourselves on the map, nobody who will come to Nyabohansi without knowing Nyabohansi, you know? No, we do something for ourselves. We do something and people say, oh, because you are doing something good, here is $20 for 20 bags of cement. Why are they not supporting your village? I would ask you, Kiplagat. Why are they not supporting your village? Because you've done nothing. You've done nothing to even attract that. You know, you've done nothing to attract. And another thing you have to understand, I am not against like funding and all this. I am against dependency. You know, dependency is when you say, me, I can't do anything because America cut funding. Now we close this business. Oh, where will I start from? That is called dependence. Dependence is when your job is to, even when you are given money to do something you don't want to do. You know? Somebody says here, your village is developing because you advertise, you work every day to show how beautiful the place is. That is it. We are out here. And that is what countries do. Even these big countries you see, even America today, everybody wants to go to the US. Why? Hollywood has made you believe it's the best place to be. Hollywood has made you believe if you step in the streets of Los Angeles, you've made it in life. Hollywood. And that is technically what we are doing in our own village in Nyabohansi, for example. There is always content coming out. There's entertainment and we showcase, and also there's inspiring stories. And another thing is, yes, we are also working. As we work, people say, okay, I love Marwa, you know. Marwa is supporting this young guy called Gitiriba. Gitiriba was just a border. You see, there is partnership. And even as we give back to the world, even as in Nyabohansi, we give back to the outside world. We've had people even from the UK come to build channels in our home. We've had people from Australia. We've had people from the US. We've had people from Europe come to our village also to build. So it's more of partnering, okay? It's more of partnership. And in this partnership, in one way or the other, everybody in one way or the other is happy. It's not like the way, for example, Africa has to take tea. Yesterday I was reading somewhere where the president of Uganda was saying that per every kilo of coffee or tea exported from Africa, Africa donates $20 per every kilo or per kilo of coffee or tea that is sent outside Africa. In that 1 kilo, $20 is donated. Not really donated, like there is a $20 value that we were not given. So think how many kilos a day of coffee and tea leave Africa, and imagine if all that money was put together, how many roads could be built, you know? So yes, domestic and foreign together, and that is one thing. Let me read here. A lot of African American passport bros are now flocking to Nairobi, comparing it to Bangkok, DR, and Brazil. Kenyan passports will be hot in a few years. The thing about that is, it's not like that. People call these guys passport bros because these are guys that leave a country to go and look for a wife or a lady somewhere else. This has never been, it's nothing new. It's nothing new that one guy traveled and met a lady in the Philippines or another lady traveled from the, it's nothing new. It's not that now they try to push it because we have internet. But the thing is, you have to understand, in Africa, still, I say the word still because I don't know, maybe in future things will change. In Africa, still we have a lot of family values. So it's easy actually in Africa, it's easy to interact as a man and woman. It's very easy in Africa to interact. You know, in other countries, my brother, if you don't know, if you see a lady walking in the street and you say, hey lady, how are you? You look so cute. Just by that alone, you can go to jail. Because that lady can say you actualized her. I don't know if you already had my other word, actualized her. So, but in Africa, when you say something like that, people take it in a very good way. Hey, thank you. Hey, where are you from? And we are very friendly. Hey, where are you from? Even those who visited my village, they can say, we are very, very friendly. It's only that right now, for example, in my village, that Western mentality is being pushed. In my village, it's being pushed by people that even when you say hello to a girl, that is, I don't know what, this is, they are trying, because they are trying to push those narratives from abroad to even our own village. But generally, in Africa, things are very different. Very, very, very different. Dating is still really dating, you know? It's a true dating. In America, even you look at someone like this for too long, if you look, and another thing also, Mara, did you buy Easter eggs for Maisha? Oh, there are eggs? I didn't know. I will ask Rocio about Easter eggs. Okay. So, again, I will encourage you. Actually, if you are struggling with your relationship, you don't know where to start from. Especially if you are living in these cold countries. When I say cold, you know, most of them, it means developed countries. And try somewhere else. Just try, you know, just try. Just try somewhere else. Maybe you're gonna get love somewhere else. You know, you're gonna get love somewhere else. Africa is very vibrant, and people there are very honest, though they are scammers also. But I'll say that generally people are very honest, very down to earth. You can get true relationships, you know, true relationships, I'm telling you. True relationships. But you know, nowadays a lot of money is involved here and there. Yes. Marwa, are you going to leave Mr. Luis and Mrs. Luis with a gift for all the months they have cared for you and the family? What great in-laws. Thank you so much. That's coming from Liverpool. Yeah, I will. My gift is to take them to Africa. That is my greatest gift. You know, putting something together, buying those flight tickets to and fro, ensuring they have arrived in Africa, they go for safari, they go to Mombasa or Diani, you know, if possible, maybe Zanzibar. For me, that is my gift. For now, I will only say thank you. And as I promised in my other video is, if I'm leaving and I realize I have some small change left, I say small in quotes, I'll give Mr. Luis to fix his car. Okay? Yes. But my biggest gift to them will be flying them to Africa, you know, and flying them back. And also in Africa, me taking care of them. Like, they don't have to worry about anything. Zero. Everything taken care of. And you know, flight from here to Africa and back is 2,500 minimum, one person. So for two people, you can imagine. Okay? 2 people is like 5,000 USD. And then the whole package, you know, being picked, sleeping, nice spaces, going to Masai Mara. For example, for foreigners to go to one of our national parks, which is Masai Mara, is $200. So for 2 people in a beautiful day, sunny day, to see an animal for only 2 people, okay? 2 people, Mr. Luis and Mama, it's $400 plus transportation plus this. So I need minimum 10,000 US. 10,000 US for me to make sure my father-in-law and my mother-in-law will fly to Africa, enjoy, and fly back to. So that will be my gift. Otherwise, if you have a bigger gift than that, write me on my email. I'll be happy. If you say, Maro, okay, I gift Mr. Luis a new Fiat 149. I'll be more than happy, but that is my gift. All right? Anyway, guys, please give the video a like. That is big enough. Yeah, it's serious money. It's serious money that I could buy a second-hand car, but I'll do it for my. Fabula says, Marwa, tobacco leaves Africa for $2 a kilo, but when it's processed into cigarettes, a kilo produces $250 of. Can you imagine? That is what Africa is, and that's how we lose every day. Every day. Actually, let me give you a story of a country called Burkina Faso. So there's a new president, not really new because he's been in power for a few years, maybe 2 or 2.5. His name is Ibrahim Traoré. He became a leader through a coup d'etat. Coup d'etat is when you take leadership by force using arms. Before he was president, a country in Europe, I will not mention it, but you guys will guess. Your guess is as good as mine. Was mining uranium in Burkina Faso, and they would pay them 0.80 cents euros per kg of uranium. Okay, per kg of uranium. Not even $1, less than $1. Okay, this country will take that, go produce electricity in its home, then even sell to its neighbors. So technically, that 1 kilo of uranium they got from Burkina Faso, somewhere else where they take it, they make over $249 out of it. So then we have this new president who has said, no, this will not happen. And he has cut that off. Okay? You know now what is happening in that country? They don't even need, even they have rejected the funding from IMF, and first he has paid the debt, cleared, the country is free. Even right now, if you check, Trump didn't, you know, Trump has this global tariff he has put to everything arriving in America, 10%. But if you check Burkina Faso, 0%. Why? Burkina Faso does not need to export its goods to America. It has different markets, so they couldn't even give it the basic 10% that they have done to other countries. Kenya, where I'm from, has received 10%. Countries like South Africa, more than 30%. And you see, that is a way of not being actually independent. You know. But for those who have been here from the start, I was saying, actually, it's a good thing. It's a good thing these things are happening because they push you. They push you to actually build your home. Even me today, Marwa, if I didn't build my home where I'm from, my village, maybe a lot of you would not even be bothered to know who this guy is. You will be like, what is this guy? But because I have built something, even that only attracts you guys. You say, let me support this guy because he's doing something good for himself and for his community. Because the beauty of that is for sure, beyond even me, my life, this generation I am, even the next generations are sorted. But if we don't build our home, we are always running to other people's home, where I am looking for work there. And even I always tell people, if you are a black person anywhere in the world, even if you are from Thailand or China or America or anywhere, as long as Africa is not built and is not strong, you will never be respected anywhere. Even if you are CEO of I don't know who and who and who. People will always see you and say, but if we build our home, you know now, Chinese, look at the Chinese. They have built, they have created stuff, they have created value for themselves. And because of that, today they bring frictions in the global stage. They cannot be ignored. They cannot be pushed around. But because in Africa there is no value we are creating, our job is to steal and abuse those who are trying to, it's something funny. Sometimes it's getting hot, guys. So I'm getting off my 5 jackets one by one, or not 5 jackets, but 5 clothes. It's only in Africa that when you make it, when you have money, people associate you with something. They have to associate you with something. It's only in Africa. Me, I've seen that in Africa. Here in Americas, also Argentina is part of the Americas. When I say America, America is not just the United States. America is South America and there is North America. So all of it is called the Americas. So here in the Americas, I've not seen that. I have not seen that. It's only in Africa that when you make it in life, okay? When you make it in life, people associate you with something evil or something bad. He's a scammer. Just because you made it. Oh, he's a Freemason. Oh, he's a devil worshipper. Oh, he must be very corrupt. This guy. Very corrupt. Oh, he's into trafficking, narcos. Only in Africa. I have never seen in China somebody saying, oh, he built this nice house. No. Because there is a mentality people have put in us that as long as you're black, okay, our business is poverty. Our business is to talk poverty and to cry and to say, oh, like that is the language we should be talking about, or that's the language we understand, or that is our language. But if it was a white boy building or doing whatever we are doing in the village, it would be like, oh yeah, that Chinese guy, okay, that white boy from England, or that guy from America. Like for them it's okay. But for us, it's the same thing I always ask here. When I always tell people to support me through a super chat. A super chat is something YouTube has created. YouTube itself has created this super chat, okay? YouTube itself, you can donate to your you can donate to your YouTuber who you like. YouTube has created, not Marwa. YouTube, okay, has created. Okay? YouTube itself has created. Me, when I tell you, hey, support me through what YouTube has created, people say I am a beggar. Me. People say I am a beggar. Oh, that guy is a beggar. Something that YouTube has created, not me, YouTube. That a YouTuber from Australia enjoys that thing, okay? A YouTuber from America enjoys. Okay? A YouTuber from Thailand, okay, enjoys this something we call super chat, okay? A YouTuber from South Korea enjoys, okay? But when me Marwa says, hey guys, there is a super chat here, you can support me, oh, he's a beggar. So why Marwa is a beggar, but that American YouTuber, he's being supported? Like the other day when I was asking for funds, okay, support. It's actually, I call it support. I call it support for like things like the law and things like that. Okay, like some guys came to my chat and say, Maro, why are you asking money? These are personal business. You should handle it as personal business. I said, it's not personal, bro, because I don't know how long this war will be. Can you imagine? YouTube created it and everybody sees it, but verbally ask despite YouTube already made it available. That's the difference, Marwa. You don't like that word, but constantly say it makes you a beggar. No, imagine. But it's something that has been created and is supposed to be put here when actually I am doing a live stream, and somebody says, oh, you are a beggar. Oh, you are a beggar. Oh, you are a beggar. But iSpeed, okay, a YouTuber from America, If we put that, high speed, good support to you. You see, that is double standard. And for a very simple reason, I will tell you, for a very simple reason, just because I am African, and a lot of people think I don't deserve. A lot of people believe this guy, he doesn't deserve. He's African, you know, he doesn't deserve. All he deserves is nothing good. That is the only difference, guys. I am telling you for sure. That is the only difference. And even the worst part, now, listen to this carefully. Even the worst part is my own people are the one that actually brand me and call me and do that. My own people. So think, how will we grow? How will we grow? How will we grow? You know, how will we grow? So that's what I'm telling you. Sometimes somebody asked me, you know, this entire topic is someone asked me, how do you see Africa? Because Africa is the future. How do you see Africa in the next 50, not in the next 50 years, but how do you see Africa in the near future? Because now it's a hot cake, everybody wants to go there. But me, I've said that sometimes it may take 50 years from now for people to actually actualize what, you know, it will take us a little longer. But I am very grateful to God that people like Marwa are here already shaping that reality, opening up, saying, hey, let's do it, you know. That is what I'm saying. Like, I thank God we have people like Maro here who are already breaking those barriers, who are already saying, you know what, no, even as we deserve, you know, even as we deserve. Because there is a whole scenario people have built in their mindset that as long as you are African and you are trying to do it, you don't deserve it. If it was a white boy being in the position where Maro is, nobody will be calling him a beggar. Nobody, I can assure you. But because it's Marwa, some guy from the village who is supposed not to shine, but is shining this, then we brand him a name, or we brand him this and that to downplay the effort that he's doing. And now what the ripple effects, okay, the ripple effect to that is that sometimes, okay, it closes doors for other people. You know, it closes doors for other people to prosper. Like now I've seen a lady here saying, Marwa, I am coming to see you. But I had to say no, because I've had people who have come to see me and then later they turned out to be a problem. So imagine there is a time I didn't say no. I was just welcoming everybody. And a lot of people benefited, straight up, benefited, you know? So imagine somebody is locking your door. Another thing you have to remember is we will not live in this world forever. But at least the people behind us, our loved ones, our children, we want to give them a better playing field. Like me, when I came to Argentina to have my first son born here, I found a lot of people saying, oh, Maro, how can you? You don't love yourself. You hate yourself. This is self-hate. Bro, I am realistic. Because me, I've been in this world. I have seen how it plays. I have traveled around the world. I have seen that just having an African passport like this, people put you right there. They tell you, wait, I talk to my boss, you wait. And you're in a group of travelers. Others are already on the other side. There's a time something like that happened to me in Cambodia. We were traveling in a bus. Even I was the one taking care of my then ex-girlfriend. I was the one who was taking care of her. Like, I had the money to take care of her. She didn't have nothing. But they let her go. And me, they told me, because you have an African passport, you stand there. And I had more than $1,000 in cash with me. They said, no, no, no. And they ended up actually refusing me from crossing the border. They said, oh, you to enter this country in Cambodia, you have to fly in, not by road. By road is privilege for a few, Americans, Europeans, and people from our own area, you know, because my girl by that time, she was Thai. And we are moving from Laos to they said no to me. And bro, I had to cancel the house where I was going to stay. I was in a bus that was taking us to a different country. That money went, okay? The emotional pain I went through, emotional pain, you know, emotional pain, where you wake up today and saying, oh, today I'll sleep in Cambodia. But they return you at the door. They tell you, no, you cannot come in. No. Your girlfriend is on the other side. Already she's crossed. They are waiting for her. She's waiting for you, sorry. She's waiting for you to join. And you, just because you hold an African passport, they say no. So, will I be a fool? Or, why would I be a fool? Maybe that's how I should ask this question. To put my son or my kids in a similar predicament. No, no, no. And actually, you know what that means? It means I am not selfish. I just don't care about myself. I care about not only my son, but I care to see other people even having it softer than me. And that's what African leaders should do. Yes, for them right now, they need a visa to go to Europe. They need a visa to go there. They should make it easier for the other generations that are coming not to need those processes or visas or things like that. And sometimes I feel like, thank you so much, Janet, hypocrisy period. Thank you so much, Janet Harris. Thank you also for, let me give you shout outs here. And sometimes I feel like I have this platform of YouTube to actually send a message out there to people, and it's raining, guys. We have to go in. You see, I was telling you the weather's here in America, it's totally unpredictable. Let's go in. As I give a special shout out to Janet Harris, I saw Vero, actually another one here, Veronica, thank you so much, ma'am. And Roma, thank you. Thank you so much, Roma. God bless you, Roma. God bless you, ma'am. God bless you. I'm just, look how we created a very nice green environment. We did it. We created it. We built from scratch. This place, if you looked at it, like when we arrived here, you guys know, I don't want even to describe it because maybe I lack good words to describe it. But look today, green, nice, it's raining on it. Actually, let me turn the camera. I show you. Let me show you what's going on. Look, green. Flowers are growing. Look even there. Oh, I don't know what I did. Look, flowers are growing. Good life. You can even come and chill with us right there. We have some coffee when it's a sunny, beautiful day. What is this? Yes, for other people, this looks like a joke, but this means transformation. We didn't like our current state, and we decided to put in work, and today we have a new reality. This is what transformation means. This is what means building up. This is, you know, before you have a big factory, you create something we call sample. A sample. A sample is when you create something small that if this thing works, then I can amplify it to a bigger state. And that is what Africa needs. Yes. That is what Africa needs. You know, a person like me, I really love Africa so much. And apart from that, I know a lot of you guys didn't subscribe to this YouTube channel because I was talking about Africa. But maybe for now, I'll talk about it. Maybe the next video, I will be somewhere traveling or we will be enjoying. But the more I grow older, the more I push the narrative of Africa and also unity, you know? Yes. But, you know, for us also, sometimes I feel like we don't know that poverty is our enemy. because poverty in Africa is the main problem of everything in terms of, it's not even poor leadership, it's poverty. Because tell me this, guys, okay? It's not about poor leadership, it's poverty. Poverty is our problem. I'm trying to find a good state. And guys, we have 5 more minutes and then I'll rest, okay? Or maybe I'll do a little more. Let me see. Poverty is our problem because with poverty, people can manipulate you. With poverty, people can send you $100 and tell you, oh, go and say this. Because they are feeding you, because you can't feed yourself. You choose to even betray your own people. Let's go outside. Again, the rain has stopped. Aye, this is life abroad. Imagine, and still, these countries are ahead of us with this crazy type of weather and everything. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay, guys, we're gonna finish this. Now imagine I have to wear my jackets back. It was just, I'm wearing Argentina, number 10. You know, they say when you're in Rome, do what the Romans do. I have to wear my jackets that I just removed. All right, guys, let me hear your opinions, what you think. I think the sun is coming again in the next 1 minute. You know, this country, this weather of these places, you just flow with the vibe. And imagine Africa, we have such a beautiful weather. Like Kenya, for example, every day in a holiday. Every day you can go. Then the worst days are when it rains so much or when it doesn't rain. And in both cases, they are all disastrous. You know, those are the things that sometimes I look and I say that Africa, we are not serious. People will tell you like we don't have, for example, drinking water in our houses. And we have one of the greatest or biggest lakes, freshwater lake in the world, Lake Victoria, right next to us. You see, things like that, sometimes I feel like it's self-sabotage. I think that's now not loving yourself, because when you love yourself, you do something that can improve your own life and people around you, you know? All right, guys, let me read some comments coming in. Guys, please drop your comments. Where are your comments, guys? Atieno Official, greetings. Shayla, greetings. Marwa, would you rather live in Argentina or Kenya? What about your son? Where would you prefer he grows up in? To be honest, I would love my son to grow in Africa. Okay. The problem with Africa sometimes, people are jealousy. People just want to finish you even when you do. That is the problem we have there. Here, that problem is not here, because people know if you work hard, if you work this, you will build up. Okay. Thank you so much watching from Spain. Thank you so much. So as I was saying is, I would genuinely love my son to grow in Africa. There's a lot of advantages of growing in Africa. Africa actually builds you to be a resilient man, the way I'm built, very resilient. But also, I would love him also to test both worlds, because also being out here, you learn. You see how other people do things. That village mentality disappears from your mind. That village mentality where you want to walk with a machete and I don't know, wait for who in a corner or start abusing people. That mentality goes away, you know. So, but me as Marwa, my home is Africa. I'm not changing that, and I would not wish. If I wanted to change, I would have changed long time ago. Long time ago. All the money I've invested in Africa, I would have just bought a condo, maybe in Miami or in. I've been in all these beautiful countries in quote Norway, where. Or I would have dated an Italian girl or date here and just live there, or dated Rocio and say, I'm not going back to Africa. No, Africa is my business. Yes, Africa is my business. And I'm very proud. And you know, Africa is a beautiful space. Where in this world? Actually, I would say if I would not live in Africa, then I would live in Asia. I love Asia. Countries like Thailand, countries like Sri Lanka, Very, very nice. I would live there. Sri Lanka and Thailand. So far, those are the best countries I would say, because there is zero crime and also you enjoy beautiful weather, beautiful sceneries, you know. You guys remember Sri Lanka? Very nice, top notch. If I was to live in Europe, I'm not saying I want to live there, but if I was to live in Europe, it would be Spain. Yeah, it would be Spain. Why Spain? The people, the Spaniards, mostly they are more like Africans, actually, I'm telling you, from a distance. Okay, because you cannot compare someone who speaks Spanish and somebody who speaks Finnish. Finnish, those strict, when they say 10 a.m. it's 10 a.m. You sure they are 10 and 1, they disagree with you, and even me in my life, I've dated a Finnish lady before, so I know what I'm talking about. So in Asia, Thailand, #1, followed by Sri Lanka, #2. Okay. In Africa, if I was to live in Africa, I'll choose #1. I'll choose Tanzania, #1. I'm Kenyan, but I'm telling you, Tanzania. One thing I love about Tanzanians, they are nice people. In Swahili, we say wastaarabu. Wastaarabu. They are calm, nice people. Followed by Kenya. Kenya is like very capitalistic. It's heading to man eat man. That's what you see in my village sometimes. Man eat man. Somebody wants to throw you under the bus because he's being paid $200. Somebody wants to abuse you. You are a scammer, so that they can feel good of their failures of working hard to be where. Okay, so Kenya comes #2. Actually, not really #2. There are two of them tying together. Okay, South Africa and Kenya. Economically, I would choose South Africa, and in very one specific city, Cape Town only. If I'm not living in Cape Town, I will not choose South Africa. I'll choose Kenya, because Kenya, most of the time, like, you'll meet friends like you who own stuff, so you can, you know, in South Africa there's a lot of racial this and that and this. Sometimes that also is a lot of tension, and also there people rob you with guns, you know. In Kenya, it's very rare to find like somebody's robbing you with a gun. Very rare, very rare. There is, but it's not like, I feel like South Africa is like Latin America. Here in Argentina, Brazil, you'd be just on your road like this, somebody shows up with a motorbike and with a gun. So that's why I'm choosing Tanzania. Tanzania, very good city, like Arusha or Zanzibar, for example. Imagine every day in a holiday in Zanzibar. And then we will have Africa. We could do Namibia. Namibia is also a good country. It's only that some parts of Namibia, they are very windy and because of the desert, like this city we went, what is the name? Sokomund. It's a very good, beautiful city, but again, windy, and sometimes those weathers I don't like. But if you live in Tanzania, you have the ocean. Even Kenya is the same. That's why Kenya and Tanzania, they are together like this. And also, Tanzania has never had wars in itself, in its land. Zero. Kenya, we go to war. We go to war with Somalia. We send people to Haiti. I don't know. Sometimes, tricky situation. Okay? I don't know. Kenya is like a small America. You know, when you are trying to look at your big brother, what he's doing, or when you are a baby, you go and watch a movie, of action movie, okay? So you go watch an action movie, then you get out of the how is it called? Out of the cinema room, and you start throwing the same to people. Kenya is kind of like that. Kinda like that. Yeah. Kinda is starting to be man eat man. But at least we have a lot of togetherness also. Especially if you are outside Kenya. Inside Kenya, there is tribalism, there is, I don't know, Kikuyu, I don't know who, you are that. Totally very bad idea. But when we meet outside here, let's say here, for example, I met Bobby, my friend. in Santa Teresita, the Kenyan guy who married an Argentinian like me. I swear before God, I don't know his tribe. I never asked him about his tribe. I swear, and because it didn't bother me. But if we were in Kenya, we would ask each other, hey, which tribe are you? But I feel like it's changing, okay? It's changing. In the Americas, which country would I live if today I decide to relocate? I'll choose Colombia, number 1, Costa Rica, number 2, and maybe Brazil. I say maybe because Brazil has a high crime rate. I don't like places with crime rates because you can build yourself up and one day somebody shows up, and I don't like spaces like that. Like for example, Rio de Janeiro, you cannot get your phone from your pocket and type a text message in the street. Or hey, give me this phone. Give me. Wait. So, but the beauty of Colombia is me as Marwa, as black as I am, okay? Nobody knows I am not from Colombia if I'm in Colombia because I lived there for 2 years. So I'm telling you, true story. They embrace blackness and they don't know if you are a foreigner just because you look black or not. But here in Argentina, everybody knows it's not from here. This guy. Okay? So that is what I'm talking about. Please give the video a like. You know, sometimes these things I tell you, somebody would pay money for a consultation. Okay? But me, I'm telling you for free sometimes. Okay? So let me see if I can do the last question, and that will be it. But I want also to remind you guys that whatever I'm saying here is my opinion, so don't take it too serious. Don't take it too serious and too personal. No. The General, I am your subscriber. Thank you for clarity. Thank you so much, the General. Also, big up to you, my brother. Okay, they should be a collusion. Botswana, Namibia, Zambia, Rwanda, Tanzania, Malawi, of these countries set as standard, Africa will be on the map. Yeah, those countries are very, and we are all one, you know, we are all one. Regardless where you're coming, as long as you have black skin, okay, you are an African. Either if you are, I don't know who, Japanese, African, I don't know who and who, we are all one. The earlier we work as one, and put our resources together and support each other, the better. Nobody will bully you anywhere, I'm telling you. Kenyans are good people. There is a lot of intermarriages between tribes. Now we don't care, because honestly, even me right now, I don't care. That's what I was telling you. I met a friend here who is Kenyan, who is married to an Argentinian, and I swear I don't know his tribe. Even me in my own home, when I was there, everybody came. I don't know whose tribe is whose tribe. I don't know. And me, I don't operate in those type of low, divisive vibe. I don't operate on those things. I don't. And if you have to vote for somebody because it's your tribe, then you are sick. You should actually check your mental status, because you should vote for someone who can help you transform, you know, transform something to a better thing. Not just because, oh, it's my tribesman. Oh, in Kenya we say mtu wetu. Mtu wetu is like my person. What can that help you? You know, what can that help you? Because how will your person help you and he's eating on himself with his kids, taking them to London? Okay? Vote for someone who can help you transform, at least. You know? Mutuetu, there's nothing like Mutuetu, my friend. Because those people eat money on their own, they are enjoying on themselves. Vote for someone who can actually, imagine if somebody comes and builds a road and your mom is sick, okay? Using that new road, you transport your mom, even if the hospital is 100 kilometers away, within 1 hour, your mom is in hospital. even if the hospital is 100 kilometers away. But imagine, you vote for Mutuetu, okay? Mutuetu is someone. And then the hospital, okay? The hospital is on the other side of your village. On the other side, not even one hour away, no. On the other side of the village. But there is a bridge here which you can't pass when it rains, okay? And your mom is sick. Do you know your mom will here? And when the hospital is on the other side, just there. But because there is this river that if it rains, okay, if it rains, nobody passes, okay? All right, guys, I think today I've spoken politics, I've spoken Pan-Africanism. What else have I spoken about? I've talked about development, you know. Yeah, but they're all personal views, guys, you know. Emulate, and I think that's what will help us, Africa. There's no country which was built by Mutuetu. Countries were built by leaders who were selfless and knew that the more we build our home, the more respect we get, the more our kids will not be in boats crossing the Mediterranean Sea, dying in the middle of the desert in Sahara, in Libya, okay? Yes, if you are a leader and you are watching this, because sometimes I know they watch me. They do watch me. For example, in my village, imagine up to today, there is no electricity. Up to today, there is no electricity. Me personally, I tried bringing electricity in the village and they said it's illegal. Can you imagine? There is no electricity in my village, okay? Personally, I brought it, okay? Because same guys came to me and said, Maro, give me some small money. I paid lots of money, over $3,000 there, you know, because you have to buy the cables on yourself, the trees, and these guys came and fixed. And then later, I don't know after how many months, they came and said, oh, this is an illegal connection. Now, the entire village doesn't have electricity. Me, I have solar, okay? Up to now, imagine when the party was, I was using the generator. You guys were helping me to buy a gasoline and this, you know? Imagine, up to today, we don't have electricity. So you tell me, Mutuetu, where will Mutuetu help you? Imagine now, how many jobs could have been created by just an electricity, you know? But up to now, the village does not have. And when someone tries to do it, they find ways to sabotage. They say, oh, this. And we are not doing it for political gain. No, I'm just doing it for myself and for my people around me. That's all I always tell myself. Even me, I always tell myself like this. If you want to be honest, you start with yourself. There is I used to do a religious exam. It's called CRE, Christian Religious Education, I think. Yeah. There's a question which the answer used to be like you have to start with one inner self. You always have to start with yourself before you go to other people, you know. If you want people to behave well, always start by yourself behaving well, and then people will see and emulate and become. Yeah, imagine there is no electricity. This is 2025. And me, when I was fixing those, I was trying to fix that electricity. Before God created this heaven and earth, there were no posts over there. But and look, like the other day, we had a Jamaican grandpa, okay? He came to a village and decided to donate a reconstruction of a road. Okay, and people, my same people, I call them my people, like Africans like me, they started pushing neighbors, telling them, hey, people are stealing your land. They are stealing your land. Imagine building a road that today you'll be sick, we will, and you need an emergency, you know, we will, that road, we will drive quickly and and help you if there is a snake bite before they, oh, they are stealing your land, you know. Purple is Island Girl. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Happy Easter. Maybe tomorrow we'll do another live stream. We never know, guys. We will do it because today is not today. We are in a very long weekend. Somebody says, can you be a politician 2027? No, I do not intend. I do not intend. But also, you know, the problem with politics in Africa is people join politics to steal money, or in quotes, in lack of better words, to eat. And I feel like if maybe today I was a politician, maybe they would kill me because I will not allow people to eat. I will allow people to build roads, to build hospitals, to do what is right for the people. But with my honesty, with all these things, I feel like I do not belong in that category. Yeah, those people can kill me. I'm telling you, true story. They can. Because if I was to be president today, the only person I could emulate was the former Tanzanian president. He did it for his people. And may his soul rest in peace. You know, he did it for his people. And at the end of the day, bro, we will die. So even these things you are stealing, you don't want to help people, one day you will just go and leave them behind. Once you know that, then you should do the right thing. Bring electricity to the village. Do what is needed. Thank you, Purple Island Girl. Thank you so much for $20. Thank you a million times. You know? Yes. Me, my statement in this world would be supporting my village to be in a better place, that we would have universities like the one we had from the US come and study what we are doing. For me, that would be, it would be. Like right now, this was very private, I was not supposed to say. But I've told my brother Mayugno that I will not visit his home until I start seeing him putting metals on his villa. I will not, when I go back to Africa, I will not be visiting Mayugno until I see him start to put metals on his villa, so that we can put that slab. Because it's been close to 1 year and he has not done it. So just to push him in a good way, you know, just to push him in a good way, I have refrained myself from visiting him so that he can feel my absentia. If he wants me to visit him, he has to, and I told him, when I'm visiting you, I'm coming with 50 metals. No, I'm not just going there empty-handed. I'm going with 50 metals or 50 bags of cement, either one of the two. You know, Mayugno is not focused. I don't want to discuss about him here, but you be the judge, okay? Be the judge. So, you see something, a move like that, of me saying I will not come to your home until I see you are doing a step. A move like that is a brotherlyhood move. You know, is a move to encourage other people not to waste any resources that they have, okay? But know that, hey, look, I need to focus. Any little I'm getting, I need to focus. Otherwise, even my mentor, who is Marwa, he will not come to visit me. Yes. I don't know how you say kususia in Spanish, in English. Kususia is like when you say, I don't know, kususia. When you deliberately say, how? Let me see if somebody knows kususia in Spanish. What I'm doing to Mayugno is in Swahili, we call it kususia. I don't want to visit him until I see his put metals. Or he's doing something. Because it's been 1 year, it's been 1 year plus. And I've been talking with him behind the scenes. I've been like telling him, hey bro, look, you don't need, you know bro, you don't need to earn a lot of money to build a house. I'm telling you, people don't understand that. All you need to do is the little that you get, you constantly put it where it's supposed to be. You know? Because for example, metals, okay? Metals to buy those the bars to buy for his villa, okay? He needs like 2,000, no, he needs like 200 of them. And one costs like 1,000 or 1,500 at most. And he already has, even me before I have donated a few to encourage him. But now where it's reached, I feel like it's just someone who is not, and I feel like, you know, Marwa is going to push him to increase his subscribers too. Yeah, no, you know, for him, I don't want to talk about him, but the beauty is I'm talking about him in a good way, you know, because I wish him all the best. If I didn't care, I would not even talk about him. For him, for example, his main problem is he doesn't believe small monies can add up to something big. He believes when he has a lot like this, then he can go and do one boo. No. Even if you earn, let's say $300, you can actually build a villa. I swear before God. Take $300 every month, put it in Africa. In Europe, maybe it's different. In Asia or in developed, in Africa, you can. Because labor is very cheap. Labor is $7 a day, $3 handman, you know. Kususia is boycotting. Yes, that is the word. I've decided to boycott my friend Mayugno. And I've been talking with him. So I see somebody says you should talk to him in private, bro. I've been talking with him for a very long time. Okay. So, you see, something like that is to push him to understand, you know, to understand that, hey, look, because I know he can. Because the same guy has done it before, you know. Yeah, because I feel like sometimes people confuse him, also his followers. You know, that's why sometimes you have to be careful, because sometimes other followers give you advice that is not solid. Because like the last time I checked, they told him to divide his compound with a wall in the middle. Imagine you have a big compound and somebody tells you, put a wall here, because why not put a wall around your entire compound? Or maybe you put a wall in those places you know that you will not expand. Maybe you'll not buy land and things like that, you know. So yeah, so that is, even this time round, all my friends that I will be inviting to my home, all the YouTubers that I will invite, they must have done something for themselves for me to allow them to come around me, or around to come and mix my energy with them. Because also I realized that sometimes you can buy sand gradually and stock up rather than waiting for the moment he needs it. That is true. Look, even me in my own construction, in the river, I have boys every day, they take little sand, 2 wheelbarrows, 10 wheelbarrows, but in 1 year, I'm having heaps and heaps of sand. But him, I don't want to talk about him so much, but that is what is going on. All right, guys. I want to give a special shout out to Finding Ian. Finding Ian has been very, very constant. You know, every day showing up for himself. Finding Ian, greetings to you. I am following your house every day. Finding Ian, one thing I like about Finding Ian is this. He can do a live stream and only 2 people are watching, okay? 2 people are watching, okay? And he will still do it up to the end. He will not say only 2 people are watching, now me, I give up. He will do it till the end. Somebody says, in America, let me see. First Lady Adriana Elizabeth says, in America, we like to see finished project and then we will support more. And that is true. Because nobody wants to support you when you are not focused. Nobody wants to, and that's sometimes I saw somebody says that your village was built through donation. That is a lie. No, people saw what we were doing, and then they said, because you are doing something, hey Marwa, because you are building, here is 2 bags. I'm supporting you with 2 bags. Another person said, Marwa, because you're putting a lot of effort, here is $10 for your fundis. That is different from when somebody says, oh, give me. No, you do something for yourself, and then anyone out there, it doesn't have to be a rich man or a poor man, anyone who has a good heart, who can see things clearly, they can say, hey, here is $1 for you to support. You know, you do first. Even in the Bible, they say, God helps those who helps themselves. If you don't want to help yourself, your job is to say, oh, you know, I am hungry, oh, you know, I am from Africa, oh, you know, it has been raining here, oh, you know, it's been sunny here. Nobody wants to hear those stories. People want, no. But if you are digging, you are doing something, somebody will say, I'll buy you a machine. Instead of using physical work, get a machine. Because sometimes we have billionaires who watch us. We have millionaires who watch us. We also have poor people who watch us. Even them, when they write in the comment and say, hey, I love what you do. Also, that is something good. You know? Kususia means to boycott. Okay, I didn't know about that. Actually, not I didn't know, but that is the word. All right, guys, I love you so much. It's Easter Friday. Thank you, Winnie Ball. Thank you so much. In construction, complaining is the least option to go, 100%. Because there's nothing easy in this world. If you want to live in a villa, there is a price for it. You cannot say, me, I want to live in a villa, and every day you are crying, or you are doing this, you are doing that. No, there is the price for it. You have to be focused. You have to put the work every day. And because we are in the internet, 1 or 2 people will say, hey, here is 1 bag of cement. Even me, as Marwa, okay? Nobody is poor. That is true. Nobody is poor. Nobody's, but you know, the mindset. People believe they are poor. The mindset. That's what I was telling you. You can build a villa with $300. I am telling you, you can. And we can calculate here. Let's calculate. Because people think that I am lying. $300 in Kenyan shillings will be how much? Finding Ian. Are you in the chat? Get a calculator. Let's calculate. I see Mayugno here also, even him. Let's calculate. Okay? I see Mayugno is in the chat. Let's calculate if you can't build a villa in Africa with $300. $300 a month. Okay? Let's calculate here. I show you that it's possible. Let me actually even get a calculator on my own. Rocio, you're using your phone? You can help me your phone with calculator? I want to prove your point that you can build a villa. You can build a villa with $300 a month. I swear before God. You can. $300 a month, you can build a villa. Because people sometimes think it's money that builds a house. Nothing. It is your mindset. It is you not giving up. Calculator, Rocio. What? Calculator. Let's see if we cannot. Rocio, water, please. Sorry, I want to clear. Okay, this is a calculator, okay? $300 a month. Let's see if, for example, me, when I went to the village, Mayugun had not put that slab, okay? When we started to do the party, okay? But I'm not like shaming anyone. I'm just trying to show you that you can do even with $300. $300 a month. I'm gonna show you here, and I will prove you right. Okay? So $300. That's $300 in Kenyan shilling. Okay, Kenyan shilling. The very bad rate. Okay, $300. Okay. The very bad rate in Kenya is 125. So $1 equals to 125. $1 equals to 125. How much money is that per month? Thank you, ma'am. So 125. Please, let's go together. You can build a villa with $300 a month. If you take all that $300 and put it in you can, because me, I've done it. I know what I'm talking about. And even the funny thing is, once now you finish your villa, that's when it becomes expensive, because when you want to buy like glass, because glass you need serious money, or tiles, but just building and putting the metals. So look, 125, $300 times 125, that's the list. You have 37,000 Kenyan shillings, 37,500. Okay, one metal bar that is highly needed. Okay, one metal bar that is highly needed, we call them D12 and D10. Okay, D12 and D10. Most of them are like 1,200 to 1,500. Okay, actually right now is 129, but I'm giving you a bad rate, you know. I'm just doing worst case scenario. This is, everything is falling. Okay, you check on that. I'm giving you just a bad rate. So one bar right now will go for 1,200 to 1,500 at most. So let's divide. You need 200 bars. Okay, 200 bars for everything. 200. So this is 37,000 a month. Okay, 37,000 a month. So if you need 200 bars, and that is a big building. That is a big building. Let's deal with, yes, 1,300. I like you, Rose, because you found the average. Very good. 1,300. That's Kenyan shillings. Okay, I'm gonna show you something here. So you need 2,000 of them, and 2,000, guys, is a lot of metals, like, for sure. And we are doing average. So 2,000, not 2,000. What am I doing? Sorry. We need 200, not 2,000. 200 of them. 200 bars. So 200 bars times, okay, times 200 bars times 1,300. Then we'll convert it to USD, you see. 1,300. So total amount you need is 260,000. Okay, so with 260,000, you are able to fill your entire roof with metal bars. Okay, now let's divide this. Okay, let's divide this. Okay, let's divide this into USD. You see how much USD is it? So divide by 125. So you have 2,800, no, 2,080 USD. 2,080 USD. 2,000, guys. So let's divide by $300 again. So we see how many months you need to raise this. Divide by 300. So you need 6 months and 9. So because we don't have like, we don't have like 9. So let's say you need 7 months. So if you put 7 months, $300 down, you'll have the entire metals that you need to fix the upper part. That is 7 months. A year has how many months? Okay, a year has how many months? 12. So I'm doing you maths like a baby. So 12, take away 7. This is 6, 7. So you are left with 5. You are left with 5 months. In those 5 months, you can get sand. Sand in my village is very cheap. $50, guys. Sand in my village. So if you are saving 300 a month, meaning in the next, in your 8th month, how many tippers of sand will you bring? So I'm showing you. You can actually build a house, a villa with $300 a month. If you do it 3 years constantly, every day showing up with $300, you will build a house. Guys, do you believe what I'm saying, or you think I have smoked some weed? Let me see if somebody is agreeing with me. So And a bag of cement, okay, at most is $1,000, not $1,000, 1,000 Kenyan shillings, around there at most in my village. So with $300, you're buying 37 bags of cement. So if you save $300, especially if you already have land, $300 in 3 years, you'll have a beautiful villa. Beautiful villa. $300, guys. But where is the problem? The problem is somebody thinks $300 is not money. When you think $300 is no money, no, somebody says, Maro, are you sure Mayugno gets $300 a month? No, I'm not talking about Mayugno in this case. I'm not talking about Mayugno. I'm just trying to show you that this is now beyond Mayugno. This is even to encourage somebody in somebody's village somewhere. You know? This is just to encourage somebody beyond just Mayugno, you know? Because since I built my house, I've had a lot of people asking, Maro, who is your architect? How much did you spend? It's not about money, bro. It's about showing up every single day. Instead of spending that money and saying this is no money, because that money, if you decide to spend it in Africa, it's a few days gone. But I'm showing you with $300, if you show up for yourself and for your family and for your future, in the next 3 years, you will have a beautiful villa. You will have it. The problem comes when you get a friend, he tells you, let's do this, let's invest in this thing, it has more money than what you are doing, or let's do that, let's do this. You lose. Darling Joseph, thank you so much, ma'am, for $10. Thank you so much. So that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. If you put $300 in 3 years, every day showing up for yourself, for your family, saying, you know me, I'm chasing away poverty. Poverty is my enemy, not my neighbor, not the hater. Poverty bro, you will be far. Imagine when I left Kenya, already it's 7 months gone. When I left Kenya, 7 months gone. Gone. So meaning you would have already bought metal bars if you want. You would have already, you know. So there is no pressure. I'm just trying to show you sometimes we as Africans, people lie to us. They tell you, oh, you can't do something like that. You need to be rich. You need to have a lot of money. You need to. In Africa, everything is possible. That's possible. I know someone who built a 300-room hotel with $10,000. That was 40 years back. You can imagine the value now. Exactly. And now the worst part is this. Now let me explain. The reason why I always tell people start now. If you don't start now, instead of buying, let me say 300, I'm using this as an example. Instead, Tony, thank you so much, my brother. Tony, thank you for 800 yen. To stay away from unnecessary drama and negative energies, meet with YouTubers at some community center so to keep your home for yourself. Yes, thank you. I will be doing that, Tony. Yes, I will first even limit so much. Okay? You know, the problem is this. Because we are from Africa, a lot of us believe that you can't do those things. That by itself, you've slashed half of your ability to do it. Just by saying, you know me, in my home, nobody has ever done something like this. I cannot. Just by that, you've slashed half of your ability. Number two, okay, is when you get excuse. Oh, you know, this month I wanted to do this, but my mom had this problem and you know it's my mom, I cannot leave, oh, 10% gone. Just by those excuses, you know. Hey, 10% gone. Okay? Then the last one, okay? Then the last one now is when you don't believe that the money you have, okay, no matter how small or big it is, money is money. If you don't believe in that now, we say, ciao. One of the reasons I believe, for example, for Mayugno, I believe that he can, and it's just that he's not serious. I see him as not serious. It's because before he has done it. He has done it before. He has come from nothing. If we are talking about Mayugno, he has come from nothing, you know, nothing. He's come from working to owning land, not even one, several, but what changed, if you ask? What changed in between? And now he can just do even, actually, and another thing you have to understand, when building this, we call them gorofa, story buildings. The foundation and the first floor is the hardest. Because after this, first floor, you have the materials. You have the materials, you have all the timbers that you need to support, you have everything. You have a good engineer already that you know he's sure he cannot corner you, you know. But when you get distracted, sometimes friends, when you also have too many friends, and then you pick unnecessary fights with people who have nothing to lose, and things like that, and this, and then also sometimes when we focus on women a lot, especially men, when we focus on women, you are chasing this woman over there, you are chasing another one over there. Me, sure, when I was building, I was a single guy, but I never let a woman like sway my focusness. Let's say like I've put here $300 to build my villa, but I met a beautiful girl today and I want to impress her, so I'm gonna take her to a 5-star hotel. No, bro. Me, I show up with my blue jacket. I show up with my blue jacket like this. Chuguru, chuguru, chuguru. You know, if you read my comments, some of the comments in some of the Instagram I have posted with some ladies before I met Rocio. Some people say, Marwa, I can't imagine you showed up with those boots. Baro, you've let me down. Baro, you've let me. Oh yeah. People are saying, where will I hide? Somebody saying, well, bro, I want to hide in my villa. You want to hide on a picture on Instagram for a like. Imagine, like, it's because I'm married and I don't want to go back to those pictures and show you. But you go on yourself on Instagram, find where I've taken a good picture and a beautiful girl standing next to me, and see the comments. People are like, how you let me down, Maro? I can't imagine such a beautiful date with those boots. Bro, me, I show up with my jacket because I know I need my 300 for my villa. Hey, choose now. Shiny, and then you cry later, and your entire bloodline cries. Or you wear your blue jacket like a fool who doesn't have taste in fashion, and then one day you sit in a lounge, you know, lounge, guys, lounge space, lounge. You sit like you feel like, bro, like your problem is it is too big. That is your problem. So, you know, even this dog is very happy for me, is enjoying. You know, you're not only the people listening. Look, she just moved back. She's here listening with me, or together we are here. She's here. You are not alone. You know? She just moved. But you see, moving around. So, yeah, now look, once you finish building your house, you can now do whatever you want, bro. You can buy a nice car. And sometimes people always ask me, a car or a house? Always choose a house. But you know, in other countries, cars are a necessity. Like America, you cannot move without a car. But in Africa, where you can move with a motorbike, even you can move with a wheelbarrow. Even mkokoteni, something we call mkokoteni, a cart. Car is not priority, you know. Because for a car, you have to pay insurance. You have to pay, I don't know, you know, now I own a car, I know those things. You pay for insurance. Maybe you pay for a driver if it's a car that you don't drive so much. You pay for, there is another one. There is inspection. You pay corrupt officer on the road. Hey, 1,000. You pay for gasoline. Bro, all this money, instead of, and nowadays that we have Uber, if you live in big towns, you can take public transport. What is wrong of taking public transport? It doesn't undergrade you, bro. It doesn't undergrade you, sister. If taking public transport for the next 3 years, then you enjoy a nice, beautiful car after 3 years with your nice house. Like me, you know, me, I was one of like the crazy guy. Imagine I'm building a villa and I'm always on a motorbike. So people in my village even don't understand me. They think I'm a crazy man. They're like, what? That is the guy? Yeah, he doesn't even have a car. Him is buying horses. Imagine even how even your taste changes. You know? But I'm not saying a car is a bad thing. Because there are other countries that you can't survive without. Let's say Canada. If you don't have a car in Canada, you will suffer. But again, in those countries also, they have good systems. It's not, you know. Africa, you can call border guy. Hello, border. Hey, drop me in Migori. And choro, $2. Border eats $2. You know? Yeah. And that being said, guys, is very soon, I will also introduce my first car that now will complement the villa, you know? That is what you do. You build, then you bring something to complement what you've built. You know? A vehicle is just for conveniences. I travel at times. Yes, a vehicle is a very good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but if today you choose a vehicle and land, for example, vehicle or land, if you compare a vehicle and land, especially in Africa, I'm telling you, a vehicle in other countries is a necessity. It's like wearing shoes. You see the way I'm wearing shoes? Other countries where having a vehicle is like that. There is no way you can ignore that part of having a car or owning a car, because you need to keep time. Okay? Or maybe wake up very early to catch up trains, and Uber are very expensive. Places like America, Europe. But Europe, you can move around even with trains. But if I was to choose land and car, I would go for land. Because with land, then I can build a house where if anything goes wrong in my life, I can go back to that house and roast some maize and cook some ugali and feed my chicken, and life goes on. What else do you want in this life? Because at the end of the day, you'll not go with anything anywhere. Why are you so struggling like you know? You know, sometimes if you look at life generally, then it's not that serious. But again, you don't have to suffer because you're already in this world. Make your life better and for your kids. You know? All right, guys. Many of us in the US are suffering and were born here. Yeah, that's another thing. Move to Africa, madam. I'm telling you, you'll enjoy. Move to Africa. Move to Africa with some small change, get some land somewhere in the village, you'll have your own water supply, you'll never pay for, like me in the villa, I pay zero water bill, I pay zero electricity because I put solar, you know? You invest and then you, imagine like me for the last 7 months, nobody has ever called me saying, Marwa, there is no electricity in the home. Send us money for the token. No. You put solar, you forget. You have a small garden over there, okay? But you have no electricity. No, I have solar. I have solar. I have solar all over. Maybe you are a new subscriber. I have serious solar system. Yeah, I spend a lot of money on it, but I'm enjoying. Because that's what is called an investment. You invest and then you look back and your investment works for you. You enjoy. And actually, there's something I wanted to say that I don't want to forget about building a house. Okay? The problem is if you don't build that house now, every single day, now this is the problem. Every single day, okay? Every single day, the price goes up. Every single day, the price goes up. If you don't want to do it now, just know you'll have to work extra hard to do it later. Now that is actually a rule of life. That pain you are avoiding now, that pain you don't want to face it and go with it now. Just know in future you'll have to work double or even 3 times to be where you could have been. Because, for example, every day there is inflation. And for those, I studied at ROCIO'S, and sometimes people think I'm just a fool or just a YouTuber. No, I'm a very smart guy when it comes to finances, mathematics, and all this, because that's what I studied. For example, you may say, I want to save money. Okay, I want to show you something. I want to save money and buy metals after 1 year. Okay, very good. You want to save money to buy metals after 1 year. Okay, I agree with you. So let's say one metal right now is $10. Okay, one metal is metal. I mean metal bars, the ones that build a house. Okay, one metal bar is $10. Okay, you want to save instead of going and buying the metal and keeping it in your backyard. You wake up in the morning, you are saying, oh, I have 10 metals. Even they will encourage you to even buy more. I'm closing the door, guys. But you decide to save, okay? You decide to save. So you save. Let's say your goal is to have 100, or let's say 200 or 100 metal bars. The problem of saving, okay, is inflation. And what is inflation? Inflation is money losing value in a very simple way. Your money is losing value. So let's say right now the metal bar is $10, but you decide to save this money in your bank, and when you are saving this money, you save it not compounded. Compounded is when you put $1,000 and every month it's gaining something small, and that something small is also adding to the next, to the next, to the next. But another person just takes $1,000, saves 1,000. Next month gets another 1,000, he saves 2,000. That is just saving, okay? Now the problem with that saving is that one of just putting without compounding it is inflation hits. So that metal bar that you wanted to buy for $10, April 2025, when you want to buy it in December, okay, it is at $15. So if you saved money, your job was saving money instead of buying the commodity even and keeping it in your own backyard. Okay? Instead of buying the commodity, let's say you have $300. Instead of taking that $300 and you get the metals, put them in your backyard. Oh, I already have metals. Or like sand, those things that don't expire. Sand, ballasts, metal bars, those things don't expire. At least cement can expire, but these other things of construction, mostly they don't expire. So instead of you buying those things, and with the $300, you say, no, I don't have money. Let me save until I reach $3,000. Okay, fine. So you reach $1,000 or you reach $3,000. But the problem is, now the same metal bar that you are buying at $10, it's at $15. So your purchase power, it's called purchase power, has done what? Reduced. Actually, it has reduced by half. because now everything costs 1.5. So instead of, let's say if you had, we do a very simple maths. You had $100. So you would have easily have bought 10 bars because each bar costs $10. So 10 times 10, $100. Now you've been saving this money without compounding it, without it gaining any interest. Okay? Then in December, the same metal bar that you wanted to buy in April, now it's $15. So how much will be your value of your $100? How many metals will you buy? Instead of buying 10, how many metals will you buy? You'll buy very little. And that is what I'm trying to encourage people out there. Sometimes it's not about money. You take whatever you have, go buy, add, put one tipper there, one stone, and that's, you see, those things people never teach you in school. Okay? Yeah, John is reminding somebody, G-Soul, that I thought you unsubscribed. Tell him to unsubscribe. He will come and find us at 1 million. You know, because the good thing is here we are working hard. We are not at anybody's mercy. We are working hard, and God above everything. You know? Maybe for Africa, but US citizens are suffering. Okay, we are being bullied on our own. Okay, I will not go to that, but it's all good. All right, guys, I think I've educated a few of you in a good way. Okay, and also this will be an encouragement to my brother Mayugno. Okay, very true. I want a borehole in Zambia. Currently it's at 15,000 kwacha in Zambia. I have just do it now. Just do it now. You know, these things you keep saying, I'll do it. If you have the money, if you have the money, let's say you have money to buy 10 metal bars, go buy them, keep them safely in your house. They don't get the rain. You can get, let's say you get ballast. Ballast doesn't rust. It can stay there even for 200 years. As sand does not. Just buy and keep it there, bro. Huh? All right, guys. Maybe tomorrow we may catch up with you. You know, sometimes I feel like Maro is not just a traveler. Also, Maro is here to encourage people to actually improve their own lives. And I appreciate everybody that supports me. I appreciate all of you guys. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a live stream. Maybe not. I don't know. I still want to remind you guys that Rocio has launched her book. You can go check it out about motherhood. You know, all I can do for me, okay? Staircase before car, or staircase, stairs and car, kitchen can wait. Staircase before car, or staircase and car can wait. Or wait, staircase before car, or stairs and car, kitchen can wait. Yeah, I will do the kitchen. You know, guys, I already told you, like, my kitchen needs $10,000 okay? That is what Mr. Ebole actually in Concept Interior told me. 10,000, I'm not lying. $10,000. That's around 1.3 million Kenyan shillings, around there. Or 1.29 or 1.25, around there. Okay, for my kitchen. But again, I have my son here, okay, Maisha, who very soon he will start crawling. And let's say we want to go even and visit my sister now who has moved to Mombasa. How will I go there? And the beauty is actually building a kitchen. I want to do it once and get it right. It's called, I wanted Maisha to say hello to you. But again, is this. We will get the car, we will get the kitchen. What about that? Yes. But you see, the thing about the kitchen is I will be building it. You don't build a kitchen within 5 days, it's done. You build slowly. But I promise you, I will do that. Staircases also. Yeah, there's a lot of things I need also to work. But I feel like it's time for me to have a personal car. That one, I cannot have a family. I cannot be carrying Maisha on my motorbike. It is too risky. Oh my God. Yeah, it's too risky for me to be carrying Maisha. Hey, Maisha, hold Papa here. No. I want Maisha to sit, have a safety belt. We drive slowly as Daddy thinks straight to do the kitchen, to do this. I saw somebody saying, you should have fixed the kitchen instead of buying the horses. Hey, do you know my horse is pregnant? If it gives birth right now, hey, I'm looking for a customer. Maybe you will buy it. 5,000 USD. All right, guys. Anyway, let me say thank you so much. Remember, I'm just an entertainer. Don't take me too serious. Okay, don't take me too serious. Derek, I read your comments. I will not be going to Antarctica now until probably next year or another time. Thank you for the 700 of you guys watching. Happy Easter from Argentina. I want to remind you that the grass is greener where you water it. The grass is greener where you water it. Look, literally that is what it means here. The grass is greener where you water. Look how beautiful the grass has been. I think next week we will cut it, this coming week, and then we will put fertilizer. But I want to show you that this space initially was very different and we've transformed it step by step, step by step. And now we have a beautiful space. Very nice. Very nice. The grass is greener where you water it, not on the other side. Yeah. No. The grass is greener where you water it. Okay? The grass is greener. New car means new adventure, new vlogs, beautiful places. Exactly, Jay. Thank you. And also, I'll be building the kitchen. I'll be building the kitchen. We need to build the kitchen. I need to add more CCTV cameras for security reasons. I need also to put a swimming pool for luxury. Those will be the last things. My walls also, I need them plastered because those walls have been staying there for so long. A lot is coming, you know. And also, nobody's perfect. Every day we learn. That's why even if maybe my brother Mayugno is not doing very well, he's just human. And this is just a human experience, you know. The grass is greener where you water it. You stop watering that area with grass, okay? You stop watering that place, okay? The grass will not look green. But if you water that place, that grass will look greener. Not the grass is greener on the other side. No. The grass is greener where you water it. All right, guys, that will be my last statement. For now, God bless you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Nos vemos pronto. Let's see each other soon. And also another skill you need to learn, guys, before I end is languages. That is called self-development. Learn an extra language. It's very nice. Learn some extra language. Speak 2, 3, 4, 5 speak those languages. Very, very nice. All right, guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.